Gang members arrested. 5 members of the Ghostface Gangsters are charged with murdering Haley Adams.
To have a 14-year-old girl, innocent girl, get shot like that, it hurts. It hurts hard.
The Coweta County Sheriff's Office says the teen was shot in the back when she tried to scare off the group with a BB gun. And investigators say the gang broke into her house last week. Deputies have not released a motive or said who pulled the trigger.
Mall shooting solved. Atlanta police arrested a woman connected to last week's shooting at Lenox Square Mall in Buckhead. Officers arrested Shakiria King yesterday in Dublin, Georgia. Police say a man was shot last Monday behind Bloomingdale's after arranging to meet someone in the parking lot. A second person is still on the run.
Changing course. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg says his company will now release 3 women from non-disclosure agreements. They signed the NDAs after complaining Bloomberg had made inappropriate comments at work. The move is a change of heart. During Wednesday's debate, Bloomberg said he would not release the women from the agreements. His company has settled a number of lawsuits involving sexual harassment allegations and discrimination.
Paying up. Wells Fargo agreed to pony up a whopping $3 billion over its fake account scandal.
This case is a prime example of what happens when a company pressures employees to meet unrealistic sales goals.
Bank employees opened more than 3 million accounts without customers signing off. The fraudulent activity went on at the nation's 4th largest bank from 2012 to 2016. Wells Fargo has fired about 5,300 employees connected to the scandal.